One More Turn. Episode 208, Loud and Clear.
Hudson?
Have you been thinking about me?
Seeing as how I'm rash-free, no, I've not. But now I am wondering why you're here.
Two things. One, not something I expected to hear from you. Two, I'm here to see you.
Well, you've seen me. I'm as creeped out as I'm glad that I was able to help you. Now, if you'll turn around to face the door, I'll open it for you so you can be on your way.
I came to warn Caleb, Carson, and Riley that Acme Smith has recently acquired documents from her former business partner that implicates them all for bargaining in bad faith during Doe contract negotiations.
You're telling me this because...
None of them would believe me if I told them the sun was shining on a cloudless day.
Speaking of light, Gary's come around to their side since we last spoke. What of him?
He wouldn't believe me if I told him there was fire where there was smoke.
You must still care for Riley.
How do you come to that conclusion?
You risked hurting, perhaps even ending, your relationship with Bella when you told her you wanted to warn Caleb, Carson, and Riley to be ready should Acme Smith sue them.
How do you know any of that?
Other than how you worded that question and how you said it?
Yes, besides that.
First, you've had your troubles, but you and Bella are much stronger personally and professionally than you were before you started working for Acme Smith together.
You acknowledge me as a professional, then?
I didn't say a professional what, and I won't now either. Second, Bella uses her Facebook page to update her followers on most everything she says and does. Breaking up with you again would have prompted a rush of rash and crass posts there.
She and Riley do like their technology.
You like it too, but you don't like using it on yourself. Opposites attract, do they not? Being married to Max makes me a believer in that every day.
Nora, are you suggesting that my care for Riley is romantic?
I'm not suggesting anything.
Did you just smell my breath?
I was facing you, wasn't I?
Now you're smelling my breath? Have you completely taken leave of your senses?
I took a notion that if I could check my brother's breath for alcohol, then I could check yours for tobacco. Not a trace of either.
Really? I switched e-cigs more than a year ago. Where have you been?
Not smelling your breath, apparently.
I wonder what gambling smells like, eh, Gary?
A blend of alcohol and cigarettes, with just a hint of dried sweat, for good measure.
Good call.
You were just asking for me to snap each and every one of your Babylon 5 DVDs in two.
Then I'll pay Pedro to drive the taxi all over your My Little Pony DVDs in one go.
Nora and Hudson. Not two people I would put into the same sentence.
Not two people I would put in the same room.
What's going on here?
It's quite straightforward, gentlemen. Hudson came to warn Caleb, Carson, and Riley that Acme Smith now has documents for her former business partner that implicates them all for bargaining in bad faith during the Doe contract negotiations.
That sounds like one ungodly shitstorm on the horizon.
More crisis, more stress. What I wouldn't give for some dull moments around here.
What was that about Riley's business partner?
She came to Bella and I with these drafts of the Doe contracts, drafts that Carson and Riley wrote notes on. If the intent of the contract wasn't clear from the words themselves and the action Riley took after it was signed in gaining control of Acme Smith, it sure will be now.
What aren't you telling us, Caleb? You're my brother. We grew up in the same house. We work together. I know you better than anyone. Spill it.
Remember my ex that to send me an email if I wanted to meet her replacement?
Yeah?
Seriously?
Ice burn.
Yeah, she and Riley's business partner, now former partner apparently, are one and the same.
Holy Zamboni Inferno.
Curse the shadows. That's why you threw up the meeting over the Doe contract.
Shut the front door.
I expect that's as close as you dare to get to using profanity, Nora.
No, I think she really means the front door, actually. None of us remembered to close it.
Warn me next time before you do that. Better yet, don't do that.
There's something you need to know.
You told them about us?
What?
Oh, we're gonna be here for a while.
One More Turn, written and created by Daniel Dan Q. Quick. Edited by Dark Cloud and ECAT2468. Directed and produced by Daniel Dan Q. Quick. Characters in order of appearance. Nora, voiced by Heather Pawprint42 Motes. Hudson, voiced by Daniel Dan Q. Quick. Carson, voiced by Scott Alphashard Dirk. Caleb, voiced by Michael Uber Marklar Bryant. Gary, voiced by Christopher Blauer-Fackel Ryder. Riley, voiced by Stephanie Makalua. Sounds courtesy freesound.org. Music by Kevin MacLeod. Voiceovers by Jordan Lund. Visit the official One More Turn website at onemoreturn.net. Copyright Civilized Communication at civcom.net. On the next episode of One More Turn.
Let's focus then on the confrontation at hand.
You mean Acme Smith suing Caleb and Carson? Or both?
Possibly.
Possibly.
But no, that's not the confrontation I'm talking about. Confrontations, even.
I don't know what other confrontation you could possibly be referring to.